Hey guys, this month's video blog, how your training has failed you in your program for your sport. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been told to get your lifting in? How about to go get your conditioning in? If you're like me, I would say the majority of you watching this have heard this many times before. Some of you may even be saying that you've heard things differently, like get your arm care or recovery in, get your warm-ups, cool downs, the list goes on and on. The main problem with these approaches is that most of the time they are predetermined, one size fits all, or both. I recently attended the Texas Baseball Ranch Coaches Bootcamp. While I was there, I listened to some of the brightest minds in the world revealing their training methods. Each coach had their own very unique approach to how they assessed, planned, and programmed their athletes' workout. However, I noticed one common thing amongst them all: chaos. Each coach or trainer had their own version of planned chaos in their training regimens. Some used water-based implements like you would see here with our strength and stability trainer or our chaos water ball. Some used variations of targets like you would see in the K target. Also, different size weighted balls, different textures, and different weights. Lastly, some of them used reactive type drills to keep the athlete guessing what direction was next. This type of training is used to create an adaptive learning environment. It forces the athlete to adjust on every drill, every throw, and every movement, keeping the athlete on their toes. Let me ask you this. When will you as an athlete ever play in a controlled environment where the surface is perfect and every pitch is exactly on target? Never. If you're a coach listening, when did you have a game that played out exactly how you'd planned? Every second, every pitch, every inning? Never. So why train in a pristine, predetermined environment? I'm not saying that you should never go to the weight room or hit off of a tee, but I am simply asking you, have you ever changed your training environment to promote chaos or unpredictability? Randy Sullivan of the Florida Baseball Ranch recently released his book, Savage Training: Transferring Gains from the Gym to the Game. In this book, he establishes a rating system for the specificity of training as it relates to baseball. Now, part of the rating system is removing muscle slack naturally through unstable, undetermined, or chaotic movements, utilizing variable training implements. I will leave it there, as Randy does a great job explaining this in his further detail in his book, and I highly recommend it to those of you watching this. In closing, you must get out of this mindset to just get your lifting or conditioning in. Do not settle for just performing arm care recovery routines. Learn to create an adaptive, evolving, chaotic environment that will better prepare you for what you really need. To play better on the field, not to look better at the beach. Remember to be unique and #be elite.